Hello, everybody. Welcome to Culture Talk. Thank you so much for getting on. Thank you so much for getting on. We asked that you would share this today because we're going to talk about some important things that we should do annually. So today we have with us the lovely Shireen Lavelle. Hi, Shireen. How are you
Hey,
today?
I'm doing fabulous, enjoying this sun.
Yes. Are you excited to talk about the things that we're going to talk about today in reference to our annual checkups? Sometimes we get so busy, forget to check up on our own self. So, are you excited?
Absolutely. I'm super excited.
Amazing. Well, our topics are going to be about health. It's going to be about health, marriages, vacations, debt and credit. It's just going to be a whole lot of good things that we're going to talk about today. I'm just super excited. But first of all, let's start out with a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you today, God, just thanking you, God, for allowing us to be here on today, God. We thank you, God, for being our life, God, for being our strength, God. We thank you for allowing us to be on this platform to be able to share this knowledge with other people, God. We ask on today that something may be said that will be life-changing, that will impact the people who are going to be able to hear it on today, God. We ask a special blessing for everybody who's on here today, Lord. Bless our leadership, God. We ask a special blessing right now for I Am Academy, Rich University, Drip Nation, the bread talkers, everybody who's connected to us, God. We ask, God, that you will open up our hearts and open up our minds to be able to receive the knowledge that I Am Academy provides for us, God. We just thank you for everything you're doing, God, and bless each and every person who's on here today. Every person out here who's watching, God, you know their needs, you know their desires, you know exactly what it is they need, God. And we just ask, Lord, that you will bless them, God. Let us continue to know in our minds, God, that you are the way, that you are the truth, and that you're the life. Anything that we have to ask, anything we want, all we have to do is ask from you, God, and you'll provide because you are our Father. And God, you want to see us live a great life here on earth, Lord. Oh, God, we just thank you right now, and we just praise you right now. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Hey. So, well, the first thing we're going to talk about is a couple of like our annual health checks, Shireen. And so some of the things that I think about when I think about an annual health check, I think about things like maybe like a pap smear, a mammogram, some of the things that I think about when I start thinking about health checks annually. What are some things you may think about when you start talking about the health?
When I think of the health check, I think of mammograms as well. I think of, you going to visit your doctor just to make sure everything is well, especially right now with COVID being in place. We want to make sure we definitely checking ourselves out and making sure we're well. But when I think of annual checkups, total or just health annual checkups, are you
Just the
speaking?
health part right now.
Yeah, that's what I think of.
Okay,
And
so some
your blood, your sugar, all of those.
yeah, that's good stuff. Also, some of the things I think about also is the dentist. Sometimes we forget to go to the dentist because we're so busy with life, and so I think that's important because you can have things going on with your mouth that could be affecting the rest of your body or vice versa. So that's another thing that we really should continue to get nice checkup on. And for the men, I think they should make sure we encourage all men to get prostate checks. Go get
Absolutely.
checks for cancer and things like that because oftentimes men are so busy or they just don't want to go to the doctor, period. And they miss it. They miss it because if you catch it in the early stage, you can do more about it. So we would like to encourage, if you're any men out here, any wives out here, that you would please encourage your spouse, your friend, your son, just to go get those checks. And if you're a woman out here, we encourage you to go get those checks as far as your mammograms, get your dental checks, get your pap smears, just any kind of annual check that you know that you may need. Because a lot of times some people may not get annual checks because of financial reasons and things like that. So we're trying to give you a platform here where you will be able to afford to get the things that you need, to be able to afford to get the health coverage that you need. Because a lot of times we may not go and get these things. It's because you have to pay a copay. And from
Well,
my
for your annual checkups, though, Nicole, the majority of the insurances don't charge for annual checkups, not for annual or wellness visits, as what they would call them. They don't charge. So maybe people don't realize that that's something that's not charged. The
See, that's
annual
good. That's
check.
good. that, you're letting people know that they don't get charged for annual, but I'm speaking in reference to like just checkups in general. You may not go to the specialist because you have to pay a copay, but it's so great that you shared that piece of knowledge with some people because they may not even be aware that they don't have to pay a copay. So that's awesome. That's awesome. You shared that with us. And so the other thing is your blood levels, making sure you get your blood levels checked at least once a year, because you can find a lot of things out by just getting your blood checked. So we would encourage you to get your blood checked, ask them for a full body exam,
Right.
body checkup of your blood, because there's a lot of things that can be identified in that as well. And then as we move on, let's just kind of talk about like our marriage and our family. What kind of marriage and family checkups, can you think of, Shireen, that we can do?
I think people don't think about this, and I think checking on your marriage, like just every now and then check your marriage and see what stage it's in, right? Because marriage goes through several stages, and being married for 19 years has definitely taught me that we just go through stages of our marriage, right? We don't have to end it, just that God just puts us through different channels as we grow together and become one. And so the marriage check, just making sure you guys are communicating is so important. And communicating in so many different ways, right? You got to be creative. And that's what I learned in my marriage. You have to be creative. And some of the creative ways is, you could leave little notes, right? But, if you and your spouse are barely speaking, God is a way maker. He can always change that, what's going on in that area, right? So you can communicate, oh, he doesn't want to speak to me today, so maybe there's something that I can do. And I never think about what my husband can do because I can't change his behavior, but I can definitely pray and ask God to help me change mine. And so some of the things that I do is I'll leave notes around for him, like, thank you for something he did last night, or I left something special for you under, the tissue, and it could just say, I love you, you mean the world to me. You'll be surprised, instead of when he comes home, you can have like water running, a bath ready for him. Some men like paper, right? So you do the things that whatever your love language is or your spouse's love language is, you do those kind of special things. And sometimes we get away from that, right? Because you're so busy working, he's so busy working, and things just get out of control. And being in a house nowadays with someone can be really hard. So you just try to do things that help spark it back up. And sometimes you want to go on vacation, but right now, the way COVID is set up, we can't do that either. So, Nicole, what are some of the things you was thinking about when you said marriage and your annual checkup with vacation?
Yeah, I was thinking that, since we cannot do like a vacation, well, we can't go on vacations. We just have to be very careful where we go and, things like that. But I was thinking like staycations. Why can't you just, have a staycation at home? If you have children, send the children off to the grandparents,
Right.
you an atmosphere just for you and your husband, or either, and this may sound weird, but maybe you could have a camp outside, throw the tents up outside in your backyard. You can do that. And this is for the family though, when you go outside the backyard, you take all electronics away. And, you have to either just go on a camping trip, period, just a camping trip away from home. Even you take the electronics away. There are so many different levels to a camping trip. Because first of all, you have to see the vision. You got to come up with a plan. You got to come up with your meal. You got to come up, with little things to do while you're out there. So you and your family are actually working together to make this trip an awesome trip. And so then you don't have an opportunity to look at the phones because there's no Wi-Fi out there. They can't play their games. They can't go to their rooms and stuff. You're there together and you're building memories, because the bottom line is that's what we want to do, build memories, build legacies. How wonderful it is to put up a campfire and you talk about your parents. And now, since we're in building a legacy with Forex, you can even talk about Forex, talk about in Forex, in case you don't know what that is. Basically, that's like where we change foreign currencies in foreign currencies in the foreign exchange. Yeah, so you could talk about that as well. You're just teaching your children things and teaching them how to be able to leave a legacy, but you're away from everything. It's quiet. There's no distractions. So a camping trip would be wonderful for some families. For me, I would say so. I'm prior military, so we stay in the field.
Right.
But I'm just playing. But really, yeah, I think that's a good thing, you know, doing it. And also something that would be good is just set up a movie outside. Set up
That's
a
we've
movie
done. We've
outside.
done
Why can't you do your little theater outside? And y'all go outside, you pop your popcorn, you pick out a good movie, you know, just and enjoy each other. We have to
Absolutely.
come up with creative ways to keep our families together. Create things, you know. If you have a puzzle, put a do the old school things. Get a big old huge 1,000-word puzzle, and every day
Mhm.
they come through and you put a little piece together and figure out how long it's gonna take for you and your family to put like a 2,000, you know, 100, you know, not 100, that's too easy for you, but maybe like a 1,000 or 2,000, you know, puzzle together. You know, think about it. You throw it on the table, and everybody in the family, you have to come through every day and put a couple pieces together.
I've
You know,
not.
and or you know, one day, okay, we're gonna spend 15 minutes and we're gonna put the pieces together. It's just things like that. We have to really go back to the old foundation of things, because that's what actually allowed us to be able to communicate effectively. It teaches you to communicate effectively. It also teaches you, it lets you know when you have a problem in your family. A lot of times we don't know that we have no problem in our families because we haven't sat down and talked. It is so
Exactly.
important. We're so busy because, you know, back in the days, everybody would have a time for dinner. You would come around the table and talk about your day. But now we're so busy with life. We're grabbing something to eat on the go. You know, a lot of us
Mhm.
are, but some of us are not, but a lot of us are. So we miss that opportunity to sit down and just fellowship together,
Mhm.
or pray together. Pray
Definitely.
together. That is like one of the most powerful things you can do. And especially when it comes to a husband praying over his wife, over his family.
Yes.
And if you don't even have a husband, you as a mom, you praying over your children, and in turn allow your children to pray over you. Do you know how powerful it is when a child speak over you? Because most children are their pure. It's coming from their heart. And when
That's
it's
right.
coming from your heart, God hears that. You know, sometimes us as adults, we get caught up in these program prayers, I would say, you know, and so we're not really praying from our heart. We're praying from the program. We're praying from the formality. But when you come to a child, you ask a child to pray for you, they're truthful. They're going to pray for you. They're going to see things in you that you may not need to work on, but they're going to be like, Lord, could you please have mama quit screaming at me? You know, that's what kids
Or
do.
even mom's been looking sad, so and you don't even realize you've been looking sad, so the kids see it. So absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So that was just like some of the things I was thinking about, as far as, you know, things we can do at home, you know, to do an annual checkup. Really should be a quarterly checkup, but at least annually. At least annually, you should get together with your family and do something. You know, take time out. We know we're busy with working, we're busy with everything else, with life in general. But I'm telling you, when everything boils down to it, your children are only going to remember the memories that you
That's
made.
right.
Not what kind of bike you bought them, what kind of, you know, game system you bought them. They're going to remember the fact that, you know, mommy and daddy sit down with me and they taught me how to play basketball, you know, or mommy and daddy sit down with me and they let me know just how much they love me. You know, a lot of times we get so busy and caught up, we forget to even give our children hugs. You know, they need to learn how to be loved at a young age, how to show affection at a young age, you know, and just do things like that. Because if
Even
we,
eating at the table, I think people are away from eating at the table, and I
that's
know that's something that we do. We make sure we eat at the table because I need to know what's going on with my teenagers. So definitely, to me, I think people need to check that and get back to eating at the table.
that
And
is
that's
that.
enough talk in itself. Eating at
Yeah, a lot of stuff comes from table talk. You're absolutely right. It definitely comes from table talk. But yeah, that's just some of the things that I thought about when I thought about marriage.
checkup.
Yeah, annual checkup on that. And then let's kind of talk about the mental side of things.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, we definitely, I mean, you are really big on making sure that the mindset is right. You know, that's just like something I've always admired in you, because you always constantly bring it back. You know, whatever you think, that's how you're going to be. You know, whatever you surround yourself around, that's how you're going to be. So with that being said, even though we do have access to such an awesome avenue to be able to gain wealth in the foreign exchange, but if you don't have the mentality to believe it, to be able to attract that, then you're not going to be able to succeed. So with that being said, Shireen, just talk to us a little bit about the importance of getting your mental health checks annually.
Yeah, I think you really should get your mental health checks. A lot of people are mentally challenged and don't even realize it. But again, like you said, as a man thinketh, so is he, which the Bible says. And if we think we're failures, then we begin to fail at so many things. But if we start to put in some great information in our mind, and thank God for the Academy giving us an awesome speaker.
Yes.
That ministers to us. What is his name again?
Proctor is one of our awesome
Bob
mentors.
Proctor. Bob Proctor has been amazing with keeping our mindset correct and making sure that we pushing beyond what we believe and what we know, keeping our vibrations. He speaks about very high and high energetic. So when you see Drake get up there, my husband, the bread talking number one, he gets out there and he's online and he's full of energy, because that's what we want to come back to us. And so I'm really grateful really for my husband's mentorship, because he definitely continuously to pours into me, and reading books or listening to books if you don't have time is so important. One of the books that he showed you, Nicole, was what, Eat My Frog. Mm-hmm. Was it called Eat My Frog? And that book is amazing. And it speaks about distractions and just getting your overall your whole mindset correct, as far as not just your business, but your home, like every aspect of your mind, your life, life. Sorry, Nicole. No, and that's one of the things I liked about that book.
Yeah, that was an awesome book. It was definitely an awesome book. But like you were saying, it's so important for us to read. Read things that's going to build us up, things that's going to challenge us as well. I really have enjoyed reading the books that I read. And also another one of my good mentors is John Maxwell. I love all the leadership books that he has. It just teaches you about being a good leader. You have to be able to be led to be a good leader. And so it's just amazing to be in a space where we do have some awesome leaders who we can follow. And they're just awesome, and they set the example in various areas for us to be able to follow. We have great mentorship inside of all the different layers in the I Am Academy. It's just so many things out here we have to offer with the I Am Academy. Yeah. You not only learn about trading from a platform that has over 100 educators, and they are actually on 24/7. 24/7, you have the opportunity to go inside of there and learn, but you have to just open up your mind and believe in yourself that you can learn this. Some people may say, oh, I can't go back to school, I can't do any of this, but I would challenge each and every person looking to get you a buddy. When we was in the military, we called them battle buddies, but just get you somebody and you guys link up together and you learn together. This academy is like going to school together, like going to college together. Isn't it wonderful to be able to walk along with somebody and learn a new skill that can change your life, learn a new skill that can leave a legacy for your family, learn a new skill that you can share with other people. This platform is so amazing. Everything that you get in it, you get education, you get the spiritual side of things, you get the mental side of things, you get the hands-on, you get to build a camaraderie, you get to build a camaraderie with your family, like a family. It's like truly like a big family. And so we just would encourage you to get back with either myself or either Shireen, either one of us. If you're interested in learning more about Forex, we always have different calls. We've even went as far as to where we're actually kind of like trading together and things like that. So if you have any questions about that, get back with one of us in reference to that. But before we get finished, we want to talk a little bit about the financial aspect of things. And Shireen, when you think about the financial checks and annual checks and things like that, what comes to your mind?
So many things. As far as your debt check, I think you definitely need to check your debt. And making sure that you're paying things in a timely manner, that definitely helps your credit. Or even paying some things just a larger amount than the asked amount definitely helps your credit and your debt, of course, because it decreases it. And as far as how you're going to pay those debts, and I recommend, you know, besides your job, right? Because your job is just one platform, is to get another one. Um, and I recommend the Academy for anyone that's willing to make a decision on what they want to do. The Academy offers so much, and that's trading in the foreign exchange market. Forex has been such a blessing for me and my family. I'm so grateful for it. It's definitely teaching us how to manage our money. It's showing us ourselves. We can be greedy, or we're learning how to be preserved, and taking and doing risk management, and definitely looking at how I spend, right? Because now that I know I can put money in the market and make money in a matter of seconds, now when I go out there to spend my money, I'm thinking about it hard. Like, maybe I want to put this in the market, So I just think differently now as far as about money, how I view money. And so the Academy has just taught me so much. And guys, the Academy is a $6.7 trillion industry, and we trade currency. So if my husband, when he went away, he would go to Germany. When he went to Germany, he could not trade German money for, I'm sorry, you cannot trade Germany's money for the US dollar. And so he would have to do what you call an exchange. During the time frame when that money is exchanged, there's a rate cost. And based on that cost, that's how we would make our return. And so, guys, we do everything now from our cell phone, so we don't have to go to Germany, thank God. And now we're just making money from home, right, from our cell phones. And it's just been an amazing journey, guys. I sometimes you could be on your lunch break and you copy and paste that trade, and it just feels so good to be in the blue. And when we say the blue, that means we're in profit. And so it's just an amazing platform. And we have to definitely check the money that's coming in. And so I'm really grateful for that. What about you, Nicole?
That's true. Everything you said was true. Yeah, the blue, when you hear a lot of us talk about blue skies, that definitely means that we are profiting in the market. And the funny thing is that, the market is always available for us 24/5, and it's actually 24/7 if you get into like the crypto and all that kind of thing. But as far as the foreign exchange, it's Sunday through Friday. It's available and it's open to you. I mean, basically the amount of money lies in how you study and how you apply yourself, your risk management and all that. It's just a wonderful thing knowing that if you need to go and get your tire fixed, that you can pull your phone out and apply the methods that you've learned in the academy and make enough money to go pay for your car. I mean, go pay for your tires or something like that. It's just a blessing. And of course, you don't make profit every time. I can't make any profit claims or anything, but it's an opportunity for you to be able to learn a skill where you're able to make profit. And that's just how it is. And guess what? This has been around for over 500 years. So if you're looking at this and you're like, what are they talking about? What is this Forex scam everybody's talking about? It's not a scam, you guys. If it was a scam, I'm sure by now it would have been shut down. So it's not a scam. It's not a scam. It's actually an opportunity you never heard about, and I never heard about until I came to this space. And it's been around for over 500 years. I mean, 500 years. And the reason why most of us didn't have an opportunity to be able to hear about this is because we wasn't in the space with people who were actually using these techniques and applying these techniques, So one thing we have to do sometimes is erase our old mind frame, our old mindsets, and know that if God has put you on this feed, on this line, then it's ordained for you to step into your divine assignment. Get a line. You don't have to worry about what your friends are doing. You don't have to worry about what your family is doing. If you spoke to God, you told God, I need to find a way to be financially free. I need a way where I can let my legacy be left out. You are here. God has answered your questions. A lot of times we keep asking God for stuff. And then when he gives it to us, we let it slip out of our hands. You never want to let something slip out of your hands because of yourself. A lot of times we get in the way of ourselves. If we remove ourselves and let God and the tools and the techniques and the coaching, you have to be coachable. And this platform, you can basically pick your coach. When I say you can pick your coach, if you want a certain educator to educate you, you follow that educator. Their information is put inside this awesome platform. You link into, you can get on the recording sections, or you can also go get on the live sessions, and they teach you. They teach you how to trade. They teach you concepts, and they give you an opportunity to stretch yourself. Stretch yourself.
How many educators? How many educators? Nicole? How many educators do we have?
I don't know. I know it's over 100 plus.
100 plus educators, absolutely.
Educators available to you 24/7, and those educators are available to you 24/7. You can go in anytime you want to on your lunch break. Spend 30 minutes, listen to an educator. You never know. You know, he may even put up a trade idea, and you will have opportunity to maybe decide to put it inside your demo account, or your live account, whatever you choose to do. You know, it's just an opportunity for you to help to get a better analysis of the market. And we have so many other skills. We have, other platforms we have where we are learning together. We also have, like I was telling you, on Thursdays, we have like the trade where we trade together with Drip Nation. And then we have 10 o'clock. We have the nightclub with Logic and the crew. It's just like an amazing atmosphere. We have the music, the vibes. And basically what he's saying and what they're saying is it's a we thing. It is definitely a we thing, you know. And it's an opportunity for you to look in the market, and you can learn, you know, what this means, what that candle mean, what the indicator mean. It's just an awesome environment that's extra that you can have opportunity to come into. And so it's just amazing.
They also added a day club. It just started. We're super excited about it. And so now people that are home can trade at 9 a.m. With the nightclub. Instead of at night, they'll be trading in the day. And so we just getting so many nuggets each time we're looking to improve upon people trading and making money and making this work for their family. Of course, no definite income claims, but I'm telling you, the opportunity is there, and I'm just grateful for it. And they're just continuously giving us nuggets that we can have to build our family's wealth.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about it. I really love this platform.
Yes, even when you first come in, you know, on our team, we speaking of, you know, it's Drip Nation. When you first come in, we have Angela, who teaches on the harmonic scanner, you know, the basics, you know. So if you're not able to get on with Angela, you can turn around and get on with Talton or with someone else, you know, who's teaching. Babes, you know, Babe Salvage, right? She's like an awesome teacher as well. You know, there's different people. You just pick where you want to get in. If you can't get on the IM Center, or if you just want to, you know, get something different, you have so many options. It's just amazing how many options you have, you know. And I'm just excited to be able to be in this space because, you know, I wouldn't have never heard about this space, you know. And
I say bring a friend. I say bring people with you. Why? Bringing people with you can just only help you, right? You want to be around. Say you don't, you know, think that nobody's gonna be there for you. Bring your friend, and y'all can make a deal. You know, y'all can trade together on certain days together. Even do it with your kids, guys. You can do this with your kids. I know me and Dre is definitely doing this with my 8-year-old. My teenage son is definitely starting to find interest in it, so I'm grateful. So this is something else you can also do with your family. The classes are not hard. Putting in a trade is definitely not hard. And for me, the teenagers, the way they enter these video games, this can be definitely gifted to a kid. Even if you have a nephew that don't live with you, you could give him a gift of being in Forex. We have definitely different avenues and costs for that. We have a 6-month pack, we have 3-month pack, we got a 12-month pack. And so you can purchase those monthly packs for that person. And I think it's an amazing opportunity to gift it to somebody else. What do you think, Nicole?
I think that's a great idea. We spend so much money on video games, all these different kind of like things for them to ride on. Gifting them this opportunity would be amazing, because I'm just going to steal somebody's testimony. I was so excited to hear about this young man's testimony today. 18. Oh, he's, you know, he has been in this space about 18 months. And remember when I, the present profits, you know, does not necessarily dictate your, you know, your profits later on. You know, this is just for just informational purposes, you know. And when I say that, he was 18 years old. In 3 months, he grew his account from $200 all the way to $25,000. Isn't that amazing to be able to grow your account?
That is amazing.
Because he plugged into the academy, and he actually studied the academy, and he was coachable. An 18-year-old. That's just amazing.
That's amazing.
Isn't it amazing? I
yes,
just
it is.
love it. I love it. And I know his mom is so proud of him because she was in it at first. So basically she gifted him an opportunity to learn more. And it's so amazing the kind of eye that these children have. The eye they have, you know, it's a different eye, you know, like you were saying, they play these video games all the time. So they'll see things in the market that we may not see. You know, our children may see it. And I love the fact how we were on a leadership call today and you had your 8-year-old son there.
Absolutely.
On a leadership
Absolutely.
call. I was like, that's amazing. You're teaching your son, you know, how to be a leader already. And so this space allows them the opportunity. This business can be your family business, not just, you know, an individual business. You make this your family business, you know, because I watched him. He came in and he said, oh, Dad, I'm sorry I'm late. You know, that's showing you that you're teaching him about being on time, you know, and respecting, you know, he was engaged, you know, with the leadership training. He was engaged with it, you know, and I'm just like, that's amazing that you can teach your child that. You can teach your child whatever you want to teach them. If you don't teach them, then the streets are going to teach them or someone else is going to teach them. So you make the choice to surround them around a village to teach them what you want them to learn. And I think it's an avenue for it.
I think also the TV is really not teaching our kids much anyway. You know, a lot of us need to really turn the TV off for our children because some of the stuff that's in there is not necessary. And this way we start to make them gravitate to something that's going to leave a legacy, not just for themselves, but for their children's children. And that's why me and Dre do it. We do it for our children's children, right? Because my children is here now, so they can learn it with me, but their children's children are not, right? And we're hoping to build a legacy that's going to go beyond reach, beyond what we can even imagine. And so we hope you found value in everything that we do. And, you know, we do it with a purpose. And so I'm just really grateful for your leadership, Nicole. I wanted to say, and everything that you bring to the table, you definitely bring value, to the table. And whoever's underneath you is definitely special. I'm glad to be working beside you. It's been definitely an honor. So I just appreciate you and everything that you're bringing to the team.
Oh, I appreciate you too, Stream. I really do appreciate you because you guys are definitely leaders in this space, and not only in this space, but in life in general, in the community. And that's what it takes. It takes for us all to be together on the same team, going up together, because we all want to be at the top. You know, we all want to be at the top. And so before we close out, it was a couple other things that I thought would be important for finance. Is talking about life insurance, making sure making sure that your life insurance is up to date and checking those credit cards. You may think you're paying a balance off, but if you check on your credit card, somebody may have put something on there, you know. So checking your credit score and checking your credit cards if you have some. But also, like, I can definitely say in this space that if you learn this skill, you can actually pay those credit cards off.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to worry about that. But in the meantime, just making sure you do those annual financial checks as well. So like Ms. Shireen was saying that, again, we want to thank our leaders, Chairman Carl and Angela Wilkins, for giving us the opportunity to be on this platform to share with you about Forex. And we ask that you will get on one of the calls tonight at 8 o'clock. You can look on our page and you can see that we have calls on Monday through Thursday. And then we have calls Monday through Sunday. Basically, we have calls Monday through Sunday. So you have opportunity to get on any of those calls as well. But remember that our 9 o'clock call Monday through Thursday is actually the call where we're actually teaching you about trading and things like that. So that's another opportunity call that you can get on if you really want to learn more about the foreign exchange, learn more about what everybody else is talking about, learn more about the words, the language, you know, because I know this stuff can be foreign to you, but just take it as this, that you're going to school to learn something new. I can guarantee within 2 weeks, you'll start understanding the language and you'll start talking the language to other people. So don't be afraid of anything. You know, fear is not, don't have a spirit of fear. We are powerful. We're able to obtain knowledge. It has been given to us. We just have to speak those things over our life. We just have to believe those things and know that, like Shereen was saying, the energy that you put out is the energy that you will get. So try your best to stay positive. Try your best to stay around people who are positive, people who can build you up. Make sure you're never caught in a situation where you're the smartest person on your team or you're the smartest person in the room. You never want to be the smartest person in the room. You always want to put people around you to build you up and teach you things that you don't know. And that's why this Forex space is so amazing, because there's so many levels, so many layers to this. And we have some awesome chairman leaders who pour out to us. Latasha just made chairman, and I am so excited for her. She's one of our leaders. Go ahead, Latasha. We're so proud of you. You know, she pours down, and it's just a trickle down effect, and we all get some of this. So this thing is definitely not about us. And you may say, well, why do we constantly talk about it? We constantly talk about it because our mission is to change nations and generations, to impact lives. And the only way we're able to do that is to get the information out to you, to let you know that it's out here, and we need your help. I don't know the people that you know. I mean, I can't train the people that you can train. You know, you take a stand for your community. You take a stand for your family. You have it. All you have to do, believe that you have it within you. And I'm just so excited that you got on today. And I ask that you would please share this. And we're here every Saturday at 5 o'clock. We have different subjects. Sometimes we have guest speakers. We ask that you would please just put down in the chat if there's a particular topic that you would like for us to talk about, because we're here for you. We're here for you. We're here to talk about our culture. We're here to talk about things that people don't normally talk about. This is a safe space. Remember, this is a safe space. We are one family. And once you look in, which if you're looking in, you're already a part of our family. We love you. We're so glad that you actually got on the call with us. So with that being said, Shereen, is there anything you'd like to tell everybody before we get ready to close out?
Just thank you for watching and tuning in. Please tag and share. We definitely want to reach people, because there's some people out there that they don't even know that we exist, and they really need this for their families. This may even be their last hope. So please tag and share, and come aboard. Maybe you can be the one to help that somebody that needs help. And so with that being said, just thank you. And we see you on next Saturday.
Thank you. Don't forget our call tonight, 8 o'clock. Inbox myself, either Shereen or either Pastor Carl or Angela. Anybody on our team. We're one team. Inbox us if you want additional information. Thank you.
Anybody who shared this with you, you can get back with them. You guys have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.